Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can achieve these flawless brows by using two different products. So we're using a brow pomade and we're also using a brow pencil. If you want to see how I got this look, then stick around. And before you check it out, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Alright, so if you've seen any of my other tutorials before where I've done my brows, then you know that I typically like to start underneath. I feel like when you start underneath and you start outlining the brow, it just accentuates your natural shape, and so it allows you to be able to put the product on and you won't be so heavy-handed. But I am using the NYX brow pencil, and this is one of my favorites. It's very comparable to the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, but it just glides on very nicely. I feel like you only need to roll it up a little bit because the product just goes on. You don't have to tug and fight with it. But I'm using natural strokes. So as you can see, like I will start kind of flicking the brow or flicking the product through the brow. But once I start to get more towards the front of the brow, I will do a reverse motion where it just, and what that is I'm basically taking the product in the opposite direction, as you can see. We don't really want to, I just want to get away, sit right next to you. I don't want to kiss you, yeah, I just want to feel you, feel you. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you around. Alright guys, and if you are enjoying this video so far, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your favorite brow products in the discussion bar below. And yeah, again, don't forget to subscribe and join the family. It's not that I don't want you here. Yeah. It's something about the way you say to my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with some concealer and I'm just going to clean up underneath the brow. Sometimes it's best to do this when you have overdrawn or if you just want your brow to look a little bit more crisp and sharp. So you'll use the concealer underneath just to outline, and trust me, it is an amazing technique because you can always use the concealer as your eyeshadow base. You can always use it as pretty much your highlight for your eyeshadow. So you don't have to do this technique, but I just feel like it just really gives a more crisp look and just adds a little bit more oomph to the brow. Come through, I think I need you here. I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher by my rocket low. Fuck gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, with an everything. All I wanna hear is in the visions on replay. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. Thinking wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away. Sit right next to you. Alright, this is going to complete brow look number 1, and we are going to move on to brow look number 2. Heaven sent you to me. I'm just so All right, so this process is no different than what I've done before. The only difference is working with a pomade is definitely a little bit different because the product is going to be a little bit more thicker. So as you can see, I'm creating hair-like strokes through the front of the brow. I feel like once you do that, it does make it look a little bit more natural because you don't have as much to fill in the front. Brow pomades are known to be pretty thick, so just make sure you're not picking up as much product. You just want to lightly dip your brush into it. That way when you put the product on, it glides on effortlessly and it's manageable. So whether it's a pencil or a pomade, I still like to start underlining underneath the brow because of course, like I said guys, this is going to be your most natural looking arch once you do it this way. And then because the product does coat the hairs, you can take it and flick it through the rest of the brow and just work that product in. So right now I'm going to comb through the brow. That's just going to help any product that might get stuck in a certain area just to blend effortlessly. But also it just helps to shade everything in so that it looks definitely more natural. So this concealer is a little bit thicker than the one that I used before, but it is creamy enough to glide on very smooth. But there is a process that I want you guys to see because sometimes if you run into a problem where you make your brows a little bit too thick or too big, with the concealer, you're able to go in and reshape everything. So you'll see me just kind of make my brow a little bit smaller as I'm starting to clean it up. But this is just very important in the event that you're rushed for time and you don't want to have to take everything off and do your brow over. Now, believe it or not, this is still a thing for all my makeup artists. You guys, you know, this was a trend at one point in time. But of course, guys, if you're new to doing your brows, this is not a step that you have to do. It does make the brow look cleaner, but it's always best to do this step under foundation. If you have the skill to do it on top, absolutely go for it. However, I will say make sure that it is blended because the last thing you want to be doing is walking around with a halo above your brows, and it just can look really awkward and crazy and you don't want people talking about you. So just make sure you blend. So that's it for this brow tutorial, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, sticking it out, thugging it out with me. Thank you for watching. I hope that you picked up some tips and tricks, and I hope that this process was very easy for all of my beginners. And as always, guys, if you haven't already, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if these tips and tricks work for you, or if there's something else that you do differently. Let me know in the comment section below, because I'd love to have some of those conversations with you guys. But as always, I love you, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.